how to fix your clogged underground drain system. So I guess the first thing we're going to talk about is how to locate a clog. So let's say this system here is either overflowing, running behind a gutter, running over the front, or you may see it water bubbling out of that seam, or even a seam here at the elbow where this elbow meets, or where your underground drain system meets that. So if you see it spewing water anywhere from here to here, the further up it is, the further up the clog could be. So number one thing, locate the clog, is to find out how far up you're having the problem. So if it's overflowing up there, it could be right at the beginning of the downspout. But if you see it bubbling here at this point, it's usually down below. So we're going to talk about this right here. If you see it overflowing right here at this point, you're dealing with a clog system. There's a lot of different types of pipes that they use, and a lot of different ways that this is connected. So we'll just use the most common. Say it's a flex line and you have the downspout hooked up. So you're going to disconnect this from the wall and swing the downspout essentially over this way, and it will disconnect that joint. Once you've disconnected this strap, you swing it over, you'll then be able to reach in and let's talk about how to actually clean it out. So there's a couple different ways. Usually right here is where the clog is going to have taken place. All the debris comes down the spout, and because of a lack of flow, a lot of water not pushing the debris through, it'll build up right there. Put on a rubber glove, like a dishwashing glove, something that's up, and just reach down into the pipe, and you can usually get in a foot, foot and a half, depending on the size of your arm and hand, but you can get in there, pull that debris back out. If there's more of a clog, it's further down the line, we can clean that out with a hose. So you hook up a jetter head, is what we call it. It's a cylinder spray nozzle. It's the water garden sprayer, but instead of a handle, it's a straight cylinder nozzle. Unscrew it, and it sets a certain type of flow pattern. Once you get that set, you'll then feed the hose down into the drain, and 20-30 minutes flush your drain system out, or use that jetter head to jet through the debris that's causing the clog. So clean it with a rubber glove, jet it out. Let's say that you can't locate the clog. You've run the pipe, the hose in there, it won't clear up, it's still backing up, it's not flowing out. How are we going to locate that? So when the pipe's underground, a lot of times you don't know whether that pipe is running that way, or this way. Where is it at? So you can tell at the angle right here by looking in to see kind of which way it's pointing, but also run the hose in, a nice wide spray that's causing basically noise. Pay attention to how it's feeding in, try to get your direction, and then 10 feet, 20 feet, however many feet you ran the line in, you can listen out here for that water. And also, once you have it fed into the clog and it's stopped, it won't go and it won't unclog, grab it here, pinch it, pull the whole hose out, holding that location. And once you pull it out, you'll have the distance that it is. Hold it back here and lay the hose out the distance to the location where the clog is. That'll give you your footage, and then dig up that location where it is. Once you dig it up, usually you'll find out somebody drove over it, or the roots have inbound into it because it was a pipe with seams or holes, and you can dig that up, replace the section, and you're good to go. Other things that can clog it are tennis balls, screws. A lot of times people will refasten this. See, this one has no screws in the bracket through the spout. It's more ideal, but like if you were to have an elbow on there or the pipe on there, someone will put a screw through here, 1-inch screw on each side, a 2-inch screw on each side. You can imagine 2 inches of screws into there, all the leaves, sticks, debris are going to build up against that screw. You're going to clog it in a matter of days, especially in the fall. So maximum length screw, if you're screwing through this bracket, is a 1/2 inch. What if I can't get this system unclogged? So if your underground drain system is completely clogged up, best thing you can do is disconnect it for the time being until you hire a professional, or we'll go into a little detail about how you could fix it. Is you're going to disconnect it from your underground drain system, go down to your local hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot, and buy you an elbow and put it on there for the time being. This will keep the water from building up, bubbling out of here and causing damage in the meantime. So this is a rather simple thing that you can do. However, if not, best thing you do if you can't unclog a system is to redig that system and install a new one. What happens is people use a French drain style pipe, which is a perforated pipe. Sounds good when it's first being installed. They're saying this is going to allow that water to permeate out into the ground. We're going to disperse it, water your yard, things like that. For the first 2 years, that's going to be fine. But what happens is the roots locate the water, and all your roots are coming to that pipe to feed, because it's an easy water source. So always, always, always use a solid pipe, seal all of your seams, let that water go all the way to the exit, and dump at a safe location. That's very, very important. So don't use a perforated pipe from here all the way to there, especially when it's underground. Good.